Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Yes, Padre Beat out here today. Yes, I want to show you, or I want to take you on a quick guide on how to actually mix a song from start to finish on FL Studio. And I will also be giving out the mixing preset to this work I'm actually going to be doing. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go into this video right away. So this track was actually recorded somewhere. I don't know. I never asked them which mic they used. But one of the things I'm pretty sure of is as far as the track has been, mixed well, recorded well, I'm good to go. So I don't have any problems with what kind of mic they use, except, of course, if it's actually some kind of a mic that's not even a studio mic, a condenser or whatever. So let's go into this video right away. So this is the track. This is the raw track without mixing on it. Okay, so, first of all, what I'm going to be doing is let's check. I think okay, I've already sent the beat to channel 1, track 1 on the mixer bus. This is the main vocal. I've sent it to channel 2 on the mix bus, to track 2 on the mix bus. Let's see, this should be on track 3. This is these are kind of a choir backup. I think they did, because they explained to me everything they did on it. I think this is 2. Okay, this should be on track 3, track 2, because it's part of the lead vocal. That's what I'm going to be using, not to waste much of your time. Okay, this on track 3, this on track 3, this on track 3. So we are going to be going to our mixer channel to actually do the work without thinking of coming back to our workspace. So our vocal is going up, and I don't like it going way above negative 5 dB. So what we're going to be doing is we could actually cut from here, because if you see from here, the vocals are kind of loud. So let's see. Oh, it's not working. I actually thought we could just let's just leave it somewhere around here. See my DM, but I say I cannot lie. Stand out, you are one of a kind. I mean, I know be tired. From here, let's arrange this. I thought FL Studio is supposed to have. See my DM, but I say I can't control. Okay, so since it's not gonna really work with this, so what we're going to do is let's just go into the mixing straight. I'm going to be using the mixing preset actually saved for my work. So let's take the mixing preset. This is it. So okay, this is the mixing preset, and I'm going to be giving this mixing preset, as I've said, free. So you have to watch to the end so that you could actually see how I'm going to be using this mixing preset. So first, before we do anything, let's check. Let's use the auto key to actually check the key, the proper key for this song. So this is the auto key. It's loaded. So let's play it. Okay, it shows F minor. So let's send. You click here, send to auto tune, and it's automatically send to auto tune here. As you can see, everything is done. So let me just use the return speed somewhere around 6, flex tune around 10. Let's leave this natural vibrato and the humanized to 50, around 50, 51. So let's play the main vocal now and listen how well it does. As you can see, there's much of the compression around here. It's not going above here. So let's check and see what I actually did with what I actually did in the mixing preset. As you can see, I use waves outcome first. As you can see, the threshold is somewhere around negative 14, and our ratio is around is around 0.80, and then our attack a bit faster. The next thing I do was to use the auto tune artist, of which I've already opened, and I think everyone has seen it. The next thing I used was a fat filter, and as you can see, I use a high pass filter here. I did the cut. I cut the low end here, and as you can see, to just remove some of the muddiness, and I just did a bit of work here. So mostly what I normally use is the presets from Waves, from Fab Filter, the Pro Q3. So I just use the preset vocal, and then I do a bit of chopping there. So the next thing I used was the CLA. So normally the CLA comes, the CLA3, the CLA76 comes with a preset on it once you load it. So once I load it, and I feel it has done a bit, and so you can see my input is around 24, my output around 18, my release around 3, my attack 3. So that's what I do. And the next thing, okay, ignore this. The next thing I used was the PewTech EQ. As you can see, because the mic, I think the mic they used had much of what did they call it, a low end. So what I did was just to attend the low end, and have to bring down the low end a bit, somewhere around here 5, and I boost the high end. As you can see, the high end, I boosted it, and the bandwidth I increased it, but let's say the bandwidth should be around 7, the low frequency should be 100, and my high frequency is 16. As you can see, the mains here, I used 60 hertz to actually boost the mains. So the next thing I did was to actually use a DSR. I don't know, a lot of people say they use DSRs immediately after the EQing, but while I was mixing this one, I just decided to use my DSR. There's no actual chain to actually do your mixing. Whatever you do that gives you result is the best. But I see a lot of people saying, do this, it's supposed to be like this. No, I don't believe that. I believe whatever gives you result is what works for you. So as you can see, I just hit the DSR to around negative 34.4. And then finally, not finally, I actually used the NS1 stereo to actually suppress some kind of background noise that were already recorded in the vocals. So. And then the next thing I did was to actually use the fresh air to actually give a presence, to give those, to shine the vocals. And as you can see, the mid air, almost same thing, 8.8 with the high air. So the last thing I used was a limiter, and I don't actually know why I normally use limiters at the end of my mix, but I can't really just tell you why you should use a limiter, but I use limiters, and I use the limiter at the end of my mix, and it normally works for me. So I think if you decide to use it too, what I normally do is, because after mixing, I notice sometimes while the vocal is going in here, some places go, the vocal goes, maybe he pronounces a word, and then I see the meter going up and harsh, so I use the limiter to actually trim everything to give it. As you can see, this is what the limiter is doing for me here. So it doesn't allow it to go above. So I think what we're going to be doing, let me just reduce the volume from here. Because while I leave it here, as you can see, I tried to reduce, okay, it's working now, you can see. Okay. I think that this is what I actually wanted to do. Okay, yes. Because if you have everything just pushed up like this, it actually gives it actually fights with your compressors, and the compressors, once you're done compressing, everybody's going to hear the compression. So it's not really good to actually hear the compression, and it's going to be fighting with your compressor. So it's supposed to be somewhere like this. I prefer it like this.
So many girls in my DM, but I swear I cannot lie. You stand out, you are one of a kind. I mean, I know if
So
for your
since
matter.
all of them are the lead.
So many girls
Okay, so I think the next thing I want us to do is to actually do the channel routing, and insert some reverb. So I'm going to be using what they call it. I'm going to be using Valhalla Reverb, Vintage Verb. So I will be using presets. I love using presets because they save a lot of time for me instead of trying to So let's use the Bright Hall. Okay, yeah, the Bright Hall. Let's use the Bright Hall. Let's reduce the mix a bit. So when you click, so let's do the channel routing. This is it.
So many girls in my DM, but I swear I cannot lie. You stand out, you are one of a kind.
So what I want to do is this. Let's control it from here because we are going to be using other things to actually route to this channel.
So many girls in my DM, but I swear I cannot lie. You stand out, you are one of a kind. I mean, I know if you tire for your matter, yeah.
So what we are going to be doing is here, let's insert the Fruity limiter. Let's use the Fruity limiter to actually control. Let's see, where's the Fruity limiter? Sometimes I get confused where actually this Fruity limiter is hiding. Okay, this is a Fruity limiter. So what we're going to be doing, let's come to comp and sidechain. So what we're going to do, let's hit the threshold down, the knee down, and the ratio. So what it does is that it allows your vocal goes, that allows your vocal come out. So when the vocal is down, the limiter allows the reverb to actually shine. So while the vocal is going, the reverb is a bit low, and while the vocal is off, the limiter allows the reverb to actually shine. So the next thing I want us to do is to use a delay. We're going to be using the H delay from Waves, and we're going to be doing this 1/4. Let's hit our high pass somewhere here, low pass somewhere here, and let's reduce our feedback. So what we'll do, let's click here and route it. So many girls in my DM, but I swear I cannot lie. You stand out, you are one of a kind. I mean, I know if you tire for your matter, yeah. And even if you do again, still I go man for your gate, and I don't go mind if you tell me to jail. So let's do same thing. Let's put the Fruity limiter here, and do same thing. Let's come to comp, sidechain. And what we're going to do is almost same thing. So many girls in my DM, but I swear I cannot lie. So that the feedback won't actually affect the main vocal. So the next thing I want us to do is to actually go for channel 3, insert 3 here, and we are going to insert another vocal preset. Okay, so let's make sure. Okay, yeah, the key. I'm using Pitcher for this. You can use Auto-Tune too. I just decided to use Pitcher. I don't know why. So as you can see, I use a reverb on it. I use a compressor on it. I use a flanger on it. I use far filter on it. So what we're going to be doing, let's just hit a bit of a high frequency. And this is the limiter. So what we actually did for this was to actually use it for the backups.
Come over here, make it.
Okay, let's just do with this first. Okay. And then this. Okay, so what I want to do is let's let's insert the Evoke Square and play it. Okay, let's take out the flanger. Okay, this is good. Okay, so this is good. So let's play everything and listen. Okay, so this is kind of late, so let's shift it. Shift on. So let's do this. So this is it. This is a very good thing to do. So okay. Okay, so this is supposed to be down. Okay, so I feel there's a bit of the low. So let's work on the low a bit. Okay, this is good. Okay, so let's route this to the reverb. So let's reduce this again, the volume from here. This is good, yeah? Okay. So somehow I feel the reverb is kind of loud. So this is good. So this is for our mix. And you can actually do a lot of tweaking and whatever you want around here. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.
So many girls in my DM, but I swear I cannot lie. You stand out, you are one of a kind. I mean, I know if you tire for your matter.